morning, folks. Good to see you today. Thanks for coming on the road trip with me today. So the last video, part one of Sema 2023, I may have misspoke a little bit. So I may have mentioned that I was just slightly, ever so slightly, a teeny bit disappointed in Sema. I may have been wrong. When I went down there on Wednesday, I may have said at the end that I was slightly disappointed. Then I got home and I was looking at the map and I was thinking about my day, about everything I saw, thinking about what I did not see. I realized I didn't see Hoonigan. I didn't see Chip Foose. I didn't see Alex Taylor Racing. And I really wanted to see that race car that they built. The most recent race car, the drag car that they built. I completely missed Hot Rod Alley. And the whole Optima batteries section. So I may have gotten a little bit turned around. May not have looked at a single map while I was there. And it's possible that I completely skipped the South Hall and a good portion of the Central Hall. So we're going to go back down there today, and we are not going to miss anything. We are going to see everything. We do not want to miss anything. That is the last thing we want to do, is miss something. So here we are. We're headed back down to Las Vegas, Nevada. About a 2-hour drive from where I live, so it's not too bad. Don't really need to get a hotel. I'll just go down there, spend the day, and then I'll drive back home. So my grandpa, my mom's dad, grew up in a little town called Panaca, Nevada. Not a lot of people there. It's a very, very small town. Not even sure if they have a traffic light in Panaca. Maybe they do have one, maybe two, I don't know. I haven't been there in a few years, and I honestly don't remember it really well. Doesn't matter, that's beside the point. So he grew up in Panaca, and they have kind of a lot of old-timer sayings. So every time we would drive, we would load up in Grandpa's motorhome, go down to Disneyland. He had some crazy name for that, Disneyland or something, I don't know. But every time we would pass through Vegas or stop in Vegas, he would say, "All right, guys, we're in Lost Wages. We're going to Lost Wages today." So, anyway, every time I think of Vegas or drive to Vegas, I think of Lost Wages. So, hopefully I don't lose too much of my wages today while in Vegas. Anyway, thanks for coming along. Stay tuned. We are going to get some cool stuff today. And today, Friday, at 4 o'clock is the cruise, the parade. So all the cars, they take off and do a cruise as they're leaving the convention center. And I'm going to try really hard to get as much of that as possible because it is something to behold and see. It's pretty awesome, not going to lie. So we're going to try to get that today and get a bunch of other really cool stuff today as well. So I'm super excited. I appreciate you guys following along with me. Hope you guys are excited as well. All right, talk to you soon. Sema. I'm not going to miss anything today like we did the other day. We've already seen some really cool stuff. Saw Ludicrous. Stay tuned. I'll walk you around and show you some of the coolest things. Like I said, we're not going to miss anything today. We're going to make sure we catch it all today. Thanks for watching.
20.81 in his Tesla Model 3. Duke Langley is still second in his 2002 Corvette, 20.826. But Austin Barnes in the little EcoBoost 4-cylinder Mustang, Robert Weathers couldn't be more proud. He's moved into third position with a 20.919. Fourth place, Dave Schatz moved up there in the orange Camaro with a 21.062. Fifth place now is Ryan Breezy in the silver 69 Camaro with a 21.075. Brian Hobaugh, sixth place, 73 Camaro, the orange with black, is a 21.089. And we do have the outlaw cars coming up. And seventh place, Dave De La Husa. He sat third for most of the day, but this last 200 is not getting back to seventh. He's in the Miata. He's got a 21.11 on the board. Eighth place, August Faulkner, John Faulkner, 21.149. He's Matt Ramirez, 2004 Mustang with a 21.229. And another.
Fighting an uphill battle trying to compete against Duke Langley. Duke has just had his number and so fast this weekend. Let's see if Danny can find a little bit more time out there. That's not the way to do it though, since the course worker running in that slalom.
Craig Staley up next out of El Prado, New Mexico, in the C8 Corvette, 900 horsepower K-Tech engine, 3,500 pounds, 315, 325 Nankings.
And I'm really anxious to see Danny Weller's car go on the road course. That thing looks like it's set up really well for it.
After Staley, we've got Mark 11 out of Aurora, Illinois, the 2001 Camaro. LS3, 600 horsepower, 36 King 315s.
24/7 for the C8.
Next up, Ronald Lee out of Newfield, New Jersey. 2004 Nissan 350Z with an LS7 swap, 700 horsepower, 2,850 pounds, Falcon 315s.
And that thing is cool looking. Seems like it runs pretty darn well.
Up next, Jeremy Salakias out of Bonner Springs, Kansas, in the 65 Mustang. Turbo LS3, 630 horsepower, 3,400 pounds, Nanking 315s.
Salinas had a really quick run in the morning.
Up next, Marcus Fry on the 70 Datsun 510 out of Redwood City, California.
And Salinas does miss the course. He doesn't go around the last cone, so
728 horsepower LSX in that Datsun, 2,710 pounds, Falcon 285s and 315s. You see Hollywood Bob Ellsworth out of Middletown, Wisconsin, a 70 Challenger, Hellcat motor, 850 horsepower, 3,205 pounds, Nanking tires, 315s and 335s.
and he's been having lots of issues with brake lockup. Once you do that, it's really tricky to keep it from locking up in the future. Let's see if he can keep it under control here.
David Carroll on track from Morgan Hill, California, the 74 Blazer. Twin turbo 5.3 liter, 800 horsepower, 4,000 pounds, Falcon 315s, and he's followed by Connor Hoover out of Sparks, Nevada, the 72 F100, supercharged 5.3 liter, 570 horsepower, 3,500 pounds, and Falcon 315s.
And Carroll letting it all hang out through the finish.
Frank Marchand on track now out of Pittsfield, Massachusetts, the 50 Chevrolet pickup truck, 6 liter, 433 horsepower, 3,485 pounds, big 345 Toyotas in the back.
Solid number for the F100, 22.5. Had it all.
Wesley McFarland on track out of Morgan Hill, California, the 74 GMC C10, 525 horsepower, almost 3,800 pounds, Falcon 315s. He's followed by Hondo Miller, 70 Blazer out of 5,000 pounds, supercharged LSX, 736 horsepower, and Nanking 315s.
Hopefully he's got a little more pressure in the tires on this one. He actually debeated a tire right here earlier. That's why you see that mismatched wheel. Looking good so far though. Little bit of big lockup at Mitsicone coming into the finish.
Tucker Hawker on track out of Minot, North Dakota, the 2020 Colorado. That's a Mallet supercharged 3.0 liter.
What's wrong?
All right, guys, just leaving Sema. It was amazing. It was freaking awesome. It was so cool. I had so much fun today. I saw, seriously, absolutely everything I possibly could have seen. And it was just an amazing day. Seriously, I can't say enough good about the day and how Sema was set up this year. The other day, I mentioned that I was a little bit let down, and I completely misspoke. That was my own fault because I didn't go to all the sections. I got turned around and I missed like half the show. So I'm super glad that I came back today and got to catch the rest of the show, and I just saw so many cool things. Although I was hoping I would get to see, like, I don't know, Steven Tyler and Aerosmith and Celine Dion, or, you know, Donnie and Marie Osmond. I don't know, somebody famous like that. You know what I'm saying? Chip Foose. I wanted to see someone famous, but I did not get to see any of those people. I'm a little bummed out about that. However, 5 minutes after I walk in today, I see this gigantic line. So I follow this line up to Dom's Charger, and I hear this bass pumping, and ludicrous music is just super loud. Everybody's getting into it. I look a little bit closer. Who do I see? Freaking Ludacris. Luda. He was there. I didn't get to meet him. The line was too long. I didn't wait in the line. But, you know, I got to see him interacting with people. I've always been super impressed with him. Seems like a super, like, chill, laid back kind of guy. Anyway, I was really excited to see him. I thought that was super cool. I didn't anticipate seeing Ludacris at Sema. And then a little bit later during the day, I got to see one of my favorite TV personality, you know, builder, racer, race car driver, just one of my favorite people in the car world, Alex Taylor. I got to meet her and got a picture with her, so that was super exciting. I love that. I got to see Rallycross. I got to see the crazy parade of all the cars leaving Sema. You know, just so many things. It was super cool, and like I said, I saw everything that I could possibly see. I think I have blisters on my toes and on my feet. I'm super sore. My lower back hurts from walking all over. I don't know how many. I probably walked 45 miles today. You know, maybe 55. I don't know. No one's counting. I don't have one of those pocket watch footstep counter dealios, so I don't know. No one knows. But it felt like 45, 55, maybe even 65 miles. I don't know. Anyway, great day. Super glad I went. I appreciate you guys following. All right, thanks guys for watching and going on this field trip down to Sema once again. Please feel free to like, share, tag, and subscribe to my channel. That would be awesome. I would love it if you guys would subscribe. And if you got a channel that you want me to subscribe to, let me know. Drop it in the comments, you know, whatever. And I would really like to know which one of the cars that you saw, or trucks that you saw on my video today, which one was your favorite? Or, you know, maybe a top 3. If you can't decide on a top 1, give me a top 3. And I knew you were gonna ask which one was my favorite, and I've kind of been thinking about that because I knew you would ask. You always ask. That's just how you are. I know how. I know you. I got you figured out, bro. Or girl, whatever. But I haven't decided which one was my favorite yet. I'm kind of struggling. There's so many to choose from. So many amazing cars and trucks. I can't decide. I don't know. I don't know. I'll get back to you, all right? Thanks again. Have a great day. Sema, and I had no idea, but my next door neighbor basically was down at Sema. This is Rob Hart, and built this thing and went top 40 in Battle of the Builders. Rob, why don't you tell us a little bit about this thing?
Um, so this is the thingamajig. We've dubbed it the heavy.
The heavy, I love it.
It's unfinished. The last 24 hours before SEMA, we didn't even know if it was gonna go to SEMA, but we pushed hard and we took it unfinished. Somehow still managed to take top 40 in Battle of the Builders. This thing started off. The front half is a factory 392 Rubicon. The rear half is a Gladiator. We mated those two together, which got you your 6 doors. So it's got seating for 7 inside now. We decided that wasn't big and good enough, so we were going to add 2 axles. And then we decided that wasn't big and good enough, so we decided 3 axles. It's for a total of 4 axles on the vehicle, which then turned into a complete custom frame. It's currently sitting at 27 feet 2 inches long.
Crazy.
14 bolt axles, front to back, all steerable, 513 gears, ARBs, PSC steering, custom suspension, airbags. It's got almost 20 inches of lift up and down.
What's the gearing on this thing?
So currently, right now, powertrain wise, we're running the factory 392 in there. We had stock transfer case, and that was just because Atlas didn't have the T case ready in time, but it is going to get a 2-speed Atlas in it with PTO drive off the side of it.
Okay.
The reason for that is it will have a wrecker boom on the back of it, and so that external PTO drive will run the pump for the boom.
Sweet.
And then you've got all your drive lines back. For your forward and middle axle, they run these what they call a pass-through box from SCS out in Ohio. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio to drive the other drive shafts back and then to drop down into the differentials. Inside those 14 bolts, we've got 513 gearing with ARBs, 40 spline RCVs in there.
ARBs on every axle?
ARBs on every single axle, front to back.
That is cool. So where do you mind if I ask where you mated the two frames?
So,
I can't even see.
The frame wasn't mated. So the frame, I built this from scratch.
Did you really? Wow.
Yep. The frame is completely one-off front to back.
That's why it's such a gigantic frame. Huh?
Yep. That is 3x8 tubing.
Okay.
8-inch rise in the front, 10-inch rise in the rear. We had to make all new custom body mounts for this thing.
Yeah.
Front to back as well. When the Jeep itself originally got mated, the front half was cut about here, and then same thing forward on the Gladiator, cut about right there, and then there's a sleeve inside, top, bottom, and the middles, and then it's basically sleeved together at that point. And then we go through and re-weld everything.
Wow. It looks absolutely amazing. I mean, It's completely seamless. Even though you still have a little bit of work to do, it's still, it looks gorgeous.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah.
We had a lot of help from Busted Knuckle on the axles and Fuel Off Road. Those are one-off custom wheels that they did for us. Mickey Thompson, we got those as one of our title sponsors for the tires, and they said, what do you need? And I said, I need some 43-inch tires. And they said, how many? And I said, 8. And they said,
for what?
For 2 vehicles? I said, no, for 1 vehicle. And they thought we were absolutely crazy. And I said, just send them to me. We'll get them on there, and I'll let you know. And this is what we came up with. So
wow, the rims, they're a one-off rim, you said, right?
Yeah. So the design of it themselves, they sell to the public.
Okay.
But the offset and everything, they custom machine those for us. Cool. So the average guy can't go into the store and pick those up. So
okay. I love them. So you guys had some other things down at SEMA too. What else did you
Yeah,
have?
so we had the world's first, as far as we know, the world's first Raptor Bronco. We stretched that to 6 doors. That also took top 40 in Battle of the Builders. That one was for a customer, so it's currently on its way back to Arkansas right now. We delivered it at
Okay.
SEMA, which was pretty fun. The customer had to drive that out of the parade.
Yeah.
It
And
was
I saw that coming out of the parade. Gorgeous truck.
Yep.
Gorgeous truck.
kept that one a little more stock because
Yeah.
he bought it to get his kids around. He didn't want a minivan. So he said, "I'll buy a $110,000 rig and then throw another 100,000 into it."
Yeah, why not? Good option
Um,
over a minivan.
We had a our F350
Right.
that stretched to 6 doors. We had that one at the Real Truck booth.
That came out the parade also.
Yep.
I remember seeing that.
Yep, we had one of our customers that we built a rig for her a few months ago. Delivered it for her a few months ago. It was a white 6-door 392. Stretched to 6 doors. We had that over at Rail Truck as well.
Yeah.
So we drove that out, and that goes back to the customer in a couple of days.
Cool.
And then we had a Dodge Ram over there. It's just a little more basic build, but that was for bolt locks. So they sponsored that rig and
Cool.
that and Expedition 1. So
Okay. If anybody has any questions for you or wants you to do a build or wants to collaborate or anything, how do they get in touch with you?
So you can either reach out. He knows how to get a hold of me. The other way you can Hart Custom Fab Works. You can find us on TikTok on there, or Rob Hart. You can look up for Facebook. We're happy to answer any questions.
All right, perfect. Thank you very much. This amazing build. I absolutely love it. We've been standing out here for a few minutes. Everyone that drives by, everyone stops and loses their mind. Everybody wants one. It's amazing. Thanks a lot, guys. Talk to you soon.